That's the beauty of dance. People who do dance exercise, they don't really need a coach because the joy from the dance itself is called up and they want to do it. African dance allows me to raise my life force energy, I think, a lot. You know, it raises my life force energy. It just makes me feel really good, you know. I am 57 years old, and in relationship to how dance has impacted my aging process, I think it's impacted it tremendously in a wonderful way. Back, over, back, right? Anytime you're bending like that, right, you're working what the Chinese call the belt channel, right? All this is the belt channel. And the belt channel is a channel that where a lot of your major organs are, but anything relative to the back and the energy up here is related to your kidneys. And the kidneys govern aging, right? Makes sense. Because what do you see when people, as they get older, you know, they dry out. You know, we all dry out, you know. And that's water, you know. So that when you do kidney qigong or you're doing anything where you work in the back, that's why those African dancers, right? And the sister that runs Kula Melee, that's why she's 70 years old, 75 now, still jumping up and down on the stage, you know, because she's working the belt channel. I can still do things now that I did when I studied at Ellie. You know, I can still do a full split. That was the thing at the time, right? Can you do a full split? You know, the only thing I can't do is I used to pride myself on being able to do what they call a table split, you know, or a 6 o'clock, you know, split. Not, you know, like when you're standing on one leg and your other leg's, I can't do that, but I get to about 2 o'clock. One of the things I do when I teach dance and work with women is I let them know, and I make sure they know, that the youthfulness that can be produced as you age has a lot to do with diet. So I've been a vegetarian since I was 19 years old, even before I came into a spiritual society that does that. I was a vegetarian before that. And as a matter of fact, dance had a lot to do with that. Because I trained professionally, I was more aware of my body. So when everybody else was eating chips, at one point I would grab an apple. One of the things I tell my students when I teach all the time is that you don't go to the hospital one day, you know, like you don't go to sleep at night and then wake up the next morning and the doctor say you got cancer. It don't happen like that, you know. But what happens is that over time, you're doing that every day, because people don't know any better. That's why we got to do this. That's why we have to do this, because people don't know any better. It's a message that I really want to get out to people, because I see so many people who are my age who are on so many medications. You know, as a matter of fact, it's so prevalent that when I go to the doctor, the first thing the doctor says is, "So how many meds are you on?" I'm like, "I'm not on anything." Then they ask me the question a second time, like I didn't hear them. I said, "I told you I'm not on anything." Like they didn't believe me the first time. I said, "I'm not on anything." Why? Because the average person my age is on 10, 15 medications. We do something called an electromagnetic, imaging, and you could just put a Q-tip, really, that's tied to this machine on your acupuncture points, and it tells you what condition or how high the energy or how low the energy is, And so one of the patterns that they were seeing was that people who were over 50, the energy was low, you know, including mine at one point, you know, around the time I had it first done. And when I saw my chart, that's the first thing I said. I said, oh, okay. So I went home, I started dancing again. I said, oh, you know, I haven't been dancing for a while. And I just started dancing again. So I would get up every morning, and I found a particular dance step that I liked, and I would do that 100 times, you know, and then I would do my qigong. And when I got the second reading, all my numbers were way up. So it works. It works. There's a dance company here in Philadelphia called Kula Mele, and the head of that dance company is about 75. And the last time I saw her, she was about 70, and she was jumping around on the stage like she was 15. I said, oh, that's gonna be me. That's gonna be me. So that's the advice I would give to young dancers: never stop, never stop.